Yep, the Malice Messiah and Ruby, the guest commentator.
Okay.
Hello. Thankfully, due to Mao's poor ping performance in the last month, he has managed to somehow get 120 in his own server, an unprecedented event. Looks like he's not doing any of the slope jumps at the start either. And no steam dump to do that part either either. No. It will be interesting to see how this plays out. It looks like Rube has a lot of disadvantages from the get-go. Alright, here comes round one. We start off. Looks like Rube is still not doing any slope jumps on the slope like Mal is. Rube does that part very slightly cleaner, gains the edge.
Looks like they're
It
neck and
comes to
neck.
this. Yep, comes to this jump. And then at that turn, they're equal after that turn, but Mal looks like very slightly ahead. And then as
Yeah,
a final
Miles
here,
very
looks like a
slightly ahead.
tie.
Mhm.
Should be ping disadvantage. Here we are again, it's round two. Mal is
Miles,
insistent on this jump
yeah,
jumps. It's not clear yet whether that will give him an advantage as the rounds go on, but it does look like he gains slightly. Rube does
yeah,
this part
Miles
very clean so far.
slightly ahead.
Very chaotic from Mal there, but it looks like he has the edge. And here they are, once again, similar, and they gain another tie.
Yeah.
Let's see again the slope jump here. I don't think so, not on that particular map.
Slightly ahead once again.
Well, since it's the be well, if it's the average of all maps, then it's very unlikely that a perfect tie will occur between all 5 maps. It's much more likely for a tie on one map. It's much looks like now s now slope jumps are starting to pay off here. He's gaining the edge and it's paying off. He's once again here.
Yeah,
The
he's
turning is
still
not necessary from my experience, but it looks like he's still gaining. Looks like Rube has caught up here with the simply better lines, gaining the advantage, but only tying it down despite everything. Looks like it will be another tie unless something happens.
my screen, Rube is just slightly ahead.
Looks like Rube has tied it up yet again. This could be the first time that map ends in a perfect tie for the tournament, but only one map. Of course, Tropical Islands has never ended in a tie, and it probably won't this game due to the difficulty of the spiral. Once again, Mouse starts off ahead, loses the advantage slowly as Rube overwhelms him with cleaner lines, but it's not. I don't know if it's going to be enough to break a tie. I think it's another point 9.9. Oh, it's a
Yep,
tie, point 8.
okay.
Dunes ends in a tie, first time ever. Let's see how it goes in Tropical Islands, and one of the one of the most feared maps of the bracket behind Dragons. It looks like Rube is looking for 2 practice rounds due to the difficulty of the map. The practice rounds are a great way to analyze the techniques that our competitors will be using on their main rounds. Let's see what strategies they came up with to conquer the spiral here. There's usually no difference in start strategy between competitors, so the start is all you don't really see someone gaining an edge here until unless someone makes a mistake. Now let's see how they handle this. A very clean from both. Oh, but
Oh, Rube slipped.
very avoidable slip, but it has happened to me before. It's just a practice round. I don't think 47-1 is not a time you want to be seeing in a tournament round in the Masters category, I'll just say it. So hopefully he can get better. Gavin the Gamer. Yeah. I used to know Gavin before anyone else. He was on speedrun.com back in the day. With amazing plays, I will be so angry. But we'll
Ugh,
kill him. I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised Amazing made a appearance after he went ghost for a couple months. Yeah, Rube does have a big lead on Mal. And he's very consistent with the jumping, making sure not to make the same mistake again.
Was distracted spectating amazing, but it looks like Rube has gotten a very relatively clean run here.
Exactly.
See the jump here, gets it. 46.9 is decent. I would like to see times like that during the rounds.
Was that a practice round?
Yes, that was a
Or
practice.
actual okay. Great.
Looks like I've convinced Amazing to press the AFK button, so there will likely be no problems. There we go. Here we go with round one. On tropical. Off to the start with the free jumps on that slope, followed by the one jump on this slope. And of course, the small little corner cut here, stuff you see masters do regularly. It's just a part of their code. Nothing much to commentate on. And then here comes the spiral.
We'll see how they do on the spiral here.
Mao looks like it looks like Mao is jumping more, and Rube is taking a clean line too.
Ooh,
But
Mal with a
Mao,
very wide line at the end there.
that was too wide. It looks he's going to lose if Rube hits the end zone here. He's trying to recover, but I think it's too late. Looks like Rube takes it.
Yeah,
Round one.
Mal needs to tighten up those lines. And the players with a .1 and a .0, respectively.
Here comes the second tropical. And not many mistakes will happen here. This is the part all masters get right. There are some strategies here, but the way you take this part in particular isn't really that important as long as you get these two corner cuts here. Looks like Rube did it cleaner there.
Just a slightly cleaner corner
Here
cut
comes
here.
the spiral. Keeping it close to the edge, making sure not to sink into the slope, a death moment in this kind of race. Looks like Mao has cleaned up his mistake, but Rube is still slightly ahead. Looks like. On this slope, the best you can do is 5 jumps. Rube only does 4, so he loses some time, but it's nothing significant. It looks
And
like a
two
tie.
46.9s, good times from both. But Mal's gonna have to do better on one of these runs than Ruby. Just because of that first round loss.
Looks like the server is becoming a very popular resort for random visitors. Let's see.
Very.
Hopefully none of them enter the race. Indeed, they have respected that.
Ooh,
It
Ruby
looks
with
like
a
Rube
little bit
started.
of start lag there.
Looks like Mouse Ping may have gotten slightly better, but they've already equalized surprisingly.
And to me, it just looks like Ruby with just the better lines on the start, just slightly.
Ruby is more competitive on the start lines, but the spiral is questionable here. It looks like they've
Oh, he
fallen off,
made the
Rube
mistake on the
falls.
spiral. And
but
Mao with
Mao
the
makes a
mistake
mistake
too.
too.
I'm not sure why he reset. He could have landed on that part down there and finished better than Ruby, but this round shouldn't matter.
It looks like Ruby is not interested in getting a DNF despite the fact that it's a best of 3 format.
And that is, a smart decision. DNFs can
It,
happen to both players,
it can
so
be it can be used to practice the spiral also for a third practice round. And it looks like Rube has figured it out. That is a brilliant spiral.
and if Mal finished that win, that would have been a pretty decent advantage there over Ruby. It's kind of what he needed, but Mal gonna get that
Hopefully Rube
DNF there.
Hopefully Rube will not be having that 118 go into their best of 3. Which seems very unlikely considering that was their third round.
Ooh, and Mal just starting earlier again, but I'm not sure
I
how
do not
Ruby
know.
just catches up every time.
I'm not sure how significant that advantage is, or whether it will change how the round's outcome is.
Doesn't seem so, because Ruby just tighter on those lines there on those two
It looks
jumps.
like Rube. It looks like Rube has already caught up, taking some risky jumps again on the spiral here, going a little bit wide on some parts, but still very close with Mouse. Here comes the final.
Final
Once
stretch
again,
here.
you can get up to 5 jumps there, but Rube only does 3 of them. But that isn't going to be enough to change the outcome. It's
The
another tie.
time 47 flat.
I think Rube is just barely winning on Tropical. If Mao wins this round by point 1, it looks like Tropical will be another tied map, something that has never happened in the tournament formats.
Mm.
But I will believe they have to do an extra round due to a dramatic problem that Mao suffered.
And Mal has to do better on this round here. He's
If
down
if
by
Mao
point 0.1 from Ruby.
if Mao wins by point 1, it's the first tie on Tropical Islands ever. Same with the dunes that earlier happened. It looks like Mao is once again starting ahead, but Rube will quickly catch up.
I think Mal needs to tighten up these lines here. Let's see how he takes these two jumps.
He's not taking the lines very well at all. It looks like he's giving up.
And Rube goes tighter lines here.
Rube could take another tenth of a second here if Mao doesn't get caught up. But it looks like Rube has some questionable interactions with slopes there that lets Mao almost equalize it again.
But
But
even
it's
with
not
an
enough.
equalize, it's not going to be enough for the win here for Mal. Mal needed to get a point 0.1 win over
Oh, Mao
Ruby.
just uh, looks like it's gonna be
Oof.
point 2 for Mao as he's down.
So Mal loses by point 0.2 on that
Not
map.
a game ender not a game ender, but not good to be losing. It's the longest map, so we'll see how they handle the shorter maps that come next, like Frozen.
I'm very interested to see Frozen just because of how technical of a map that is. Could you invite him?
Is this the first actual round of Frozen?
No, this is the first practice round.
Okay.
They're doing 2 practice rounds for every map in order to be ready for it in these very nerve-wracking tournaments that are very close.
Ooh,
It's
Mal
very
missing the
hard to
jump
get
there.
that jump without clipping the top. I believe you have to go a little more left than you'd like to do it, and it looks like Rube is not going to be comfortable with that, so they're going to likely get the clip on most of their rounds. Same with Mao here, but he manages to get it despite not going left at all.
Could you invite Cot to the group chat?
I do not know how to do that.
I don't have
I
him
can try
added
and
on
do it.
Discord.
Yeah, I'll have to add him.
I'm not friended with him.
Ooh, Ruby messing up there, but good thing it's just a practice round. But we wonder, we see 2 blunders in the first 2 practice rounds from either player.
They
Okay,
must
I'm
get.
gonna add Cod.
They need to get 3 good runs finished here. I had the fortune of seeing them practice this map earlier. It looks like Rube will have a clear advantage despite his mistakes here. I did not see Mao getting any .2 frozens.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna add Cot now.
Hello.
Welcome.
Okay, there we go.
Alright.
Looks like a new guest commentator caught here. Everyone welcome caught.
What's up, man? Right.
Looks like Rube's making a joke that that was not a practice round because he won, but it is a practice round.
Is this the actual official?
Classic Rube.
Or
This will be round
Wait.
1. Looks like Mao is again starting ahead, but he takes that. I hate that start line from Mao. Everyone does it, and I know it loses time. Rube does the other one, I think saves time, but Mao has a better steam jump there. He is going to.
Yeah, Rube takes a tight line on the steam jump, bro.
Mao's
He
ahead.
doesn't do it right.
That's a .1 right there, and Mao
Ooh.
gets his first. I said Mao couldn't get that time, but clearly he is starting to figure the map out. He is able to get .2 now.
what were the times from both? I missed them.
25-2 and then Rube 25-3.
Thank you.
Arky has made the critical mistake. He must AFK. There he is. Thank you. Okay, so get Mao to
Oh,
die.
Mao
okay,
slipped.
yeah.
Rube takes the lead.
Frozen is a very slippery map, given that it's made out of ice, but that is an unacceptable mistake.
Frozen is not made out of ice, man.
Mao has just pulled ahead because Rube paused.
Rube took
Ruby's doing? Taking a little
unexpected
time
Rube
stop.
out.
messed it up. Rube's
It looks like
giving
they're
us time to discuss with our partners.
hopefully this round from Mav will not be in this best of 3. That's all I can say. Again, mistakes like that where you get a ridiculous amount of time added is not something that should be happening in challengers unless you are Gavin. I mean Masters category, unless you're Gavin.
Yeah. Are we redoing that? Okay.
It looks like Mav is starting to get more interested in the start line Rube takes, but not quite. Rube gets it very clean here, but Mao equalizes it at the turn right after, a very difficult turn. And at the final stretch here, they're both
Looks like
doing
they're
this
neck
steam
and
jump.
neck.
This could be a .2 tie, and it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Will we see any .1s here like we did with Daisy versus Gavin? Only time will tell.
.1 would be very impressive for these players, especially with their ping.
Nah, point
Yeah,
one's. Oh wait, yeah, ping. What are their pings? What are their pings?
120 each.
with their ping, these .2s are effectively .1 already, given that it's at 120.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Rube
and
again gets it
Rube
much
Rube
getting it
takes the
cleaner.
much
lead.
cleaner there.
Well, Mal stumbles a little bit.
Looks like a execution here.
Yeah,
Mal,
this is a Rube. This is a
and it's a
Rube
very
win.
clear
Yes,
point.
Rube
Very
definitely
clear,
takes this.
very clear .1 disadvantage here. Rube will get .2. Oh no, .4 for Mal.
Shouldn't matter though. 5 rounds. Probably won't count to his overall score as long as he gets a couple more good runs.
Frozen's very unfriendly map to anyone who misses steam dumps. Thankfully, no slip ups at the start.
Oh, and
Mal
Mal
slips
falls
up
Yeah,
down
again.
no
there.
slip ups at no slip ups at the start. Yeah.
Mal
I'm going to
slips up
shut
and
my
Rube
mouth for
goes
the next
very.
round. I am not. Oh, I should not speak on that topic. It looks like Rube is going to take the advantage of a clean round to get a better time.
Oh.
Wow, and a DNF here. Not good from Mal. He needs to get at least better than a .4 in order to equalize.
He does already have a .2 and a .2, right?
Yeah, he has 2 .2s. He needs a .3 to equalize as long as Ruby doesn't get a .2 here.
I believe that if they get another .2 tie, it will tie the thing up.
Yeah.
It should be round 4 though. Like they had the one redo round, right?
Mal slightly
Yeah.
in the lead here. It's kind of shocking to see him in the lead. But looks
This
like
is
they
the
do
part that
equalize.
matters.
Hopefully he won't slip up.
Mao did it better that time, which is uncommon but possible. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. And once again, they're doing this part just right. Let's see if they get a good arm touch here. And they
They
do.
both get
Oh,
point
point
So a
two.
tie on Frozen.
The only thing that could break a tie is a .1, which is unlikely because you have to play at the level of a world record to do that. World record that has not been tied in about a year. Al takes a moment to comment on his opponent's performance, and then the round 5 starts. I love Rube. Oh, he almost slipped.
Rube.
That was round 5.
Huh?
That was round 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought this was round 5.
Are we just on like a? What's this round? I thought there was only 5 rounds.
Well, let's see what happens here anyway. It looks like they're gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
another.
just why not?
Looks
It's gonna
like
be a
Rube is
Rube
an
win.
edge here, and it's
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
That's a clear .2, another map tie. I don't think that's happened before on that map either. I don't think. A very, very tight round. The only advantage that was gained was .2 on tropical islands. That is the clear difference between masters and challengers. Challengers, you'll get like 10-second gaps, 3-minute gaps, ridiculous amounts of this difference. But masters are all good at almost every map at high level.
See if Rube decides to play it a bit risky this round.
Okay, great. I kept track of the times too.
The 2
It doesn't
practice
prevent
rounds
us
here.
from. I'm glad you got it.
I think this there's a this is a there's a lot of jumps here that can go wrong,
Ooh,
like Rube
and
freezing in
Ruby.
air.
Ooh.
I'm going to spectate Mao instead. I
Mal
think
with
Rube
a
is about to.
skill
Hopefully,
difference here.
and Mal also slips.
Oh,
On my
What's
screen,
going
Rube
on?
has
Yeah, Rube's
Rube
like
isn't.
that as
Oh,
well. Oh, he's got
Rube. Yeah.
Rube has crashed. That
Damn.
could be a dangerous thing if he joins and has the wrong ping.
Yeah, it could be a really dangerous thing.
It looks like he's come back.
See, that's it. This is a practice round.
And I'd like to see, consistent .6 averages at this master level, especially in Arthro.
Okay, good. It's still 120.
I'd love to.
28.6. Very unlikely at their ping in my experience.
Is the
At a, ma-
first
at a
official?
Masters level, entirely possible, but still unlikely.
This
Comes
is
the second
actual.
practice round.
Okay. Hopefully Rube will not freeze this time.
Looks like Rube his getting the chills off of Frozen is no longer cold and freezing.
And Mal
But
with a slight edge.
Mal is better at this map. I know that Rube told me earlier he did not practice dragons. He is at a disadvantage here.
Yeah, you can see
Mal
Rube
is
is
definitely
miles
ahead,
behind.
taking the sharp
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
It
Getting
looks like Mal will be
28.6.
looks like Mal will be averaging the times you expected. Rube needs some more effort that be put in to do that.
But on a map like Dragons, I mean, we can expect at least a couple DNFs.
Once again, more shade thrown at Gavin.
More shade thrown at Gavin.
Anyways, here comes round one. Rube talking about a difficult trick being easy as usual of him.
It is not difficult.
For me, it is.
Well, you're just bad now.
Wow.
You've got a tiny.
Rube calls.
Oh, Rube, man.
Do not do
Oh.
this. Don't let this happen in the Masters bracket, please. I thought Dragon's mistakes were challengers only.
Oh
I do not want to watch someone fail the pixels 5 times. You aren't Jamaica. It's not funny when you do it.
my god.
That was hilarious.
The shade. And that was the actual round, right?
Yeah, that was round one.
28.7 will be 28.7 will be very good, but
Oh.
Mal could reasonably get 3.6s.
Ooh, and
Mal
Mal
has
AFK here.
That was AFK at the start. Oh.
Is that?
that could be a redo.
That's a
Yeah.
redo. That's a redo. I've had that happen before. I know what.
I think I know what causes that actually, but like when you tab out and tab back in, sometimes it does not work right. You have to click on the computer to get it working.
It's yeah, if you tab out and tab back in, you're not actually selected on that tab, you're just looking at it, so you need to click first, which is why his W key wasn't working.
It looks like Rube goes very far right at the start. You notice that? But I don't know the advantage because it looks like Mal is equalizing it immediately, so the distance there doesn't really matter.
Ruby's
This is
slightly
the
ahead,
part
though.
I've seen Rube get that
Mal
part wrong,
is
but it looks like they
slightly
did it just right. Mal is going more
behind.
left here. He is relying on the steam jump, and he gets that jump. Pixels, please? Yes. And here, Rube is ahead here and actually
Rube
gets a
takes
point
the
6.
lead with that
0.6,
last
great
jump.
time. Especially on 100 ping.
Considering that it would be 0.1 lower at a good ping, that is one tenth off my best time. Very impressive, especially for a map like this.
Round 3.
I feel like the most important parts of the map is like, not this part. The start is inconsequent. It's right here. This jump where you do this and then the 90-degree turn, that is a decider when it comes to this map, and Mao just did it so much better here.
Yeah, he really did it. Really.
But he
Oh!
Wow.
Rube
he
takes
has
Man,
pulled
man.
28.7.
he pulled a D'Amica, but it looks like he can still recover.
One DNF shouldn't be too
I
much
think both
of a blunder.
I think both have blundered once now on Dragons. The map that I consider the decider of the challengers bracket. Amount of comments on that. Again, let's see who does this part better right here, this turn.
Mal does it.
He hits the wall, but he's still ahead,
Yeah.
despite that. The steam jump there,
Mal
but
does
Rube is
steam
catching
jump.
up. It looks like he has a straight 0.1 advantage here. This should be curtains for this round, and yes it is.
Good 0.6 there from Messiah.
Both are, if both tie 0.6 the next round, they will once again tie a map for the third time.
Yeah, Messiah needs at least a 0.6 on this round in order to tie.
0.5 possible, very unlikely.
But if Ruby
Yeah.
also gets a 0.6,
They
then
will
Ruby
tie
will win.
0.6 on all three.
No, because
Mal goes AFK once
AFK
again.
Oh.
again.
What happened to Mao?
Oh, his key. Rube still keeps going, not seeing. Okay, here we go.
Trying to help Mao here. Thanks. I thought they both had the potential to get 3.6s here, but apparently Rube can actually win if he gets another 0.6.
Yeah, RC's flexing his 2 monitors, bro. No.
No one cares that you have money. Go away.
Well, what's the point in 2 monitors when you can just tab out? Okay, right, it's a tournament.
It's just like when Chris is like, check out my gaming chair, guys. No one cares, man. Like honestly,
I don't think Chris has ever said that.
I know, but he flexes stuff like that all the time.
Oh yeah,
They both did it really
his
good.
parents' oil company, bro.
Looks
They
like
both
they.
do that down pretty.
I think this is
pretty
a
well.
tie, but I don't know what.
Neck and neck.
Mao's ahead actually, but
Unless Rube jumps again.
oh, they tied
Ooh.
0.6 like I predicted, but I think
And
that's a
Ruby's
loss
gonna
for
take
Mao.
it.
Is that a win by 0.1 for Rube?
Yeah.
This heist is going to be the decider.
Heist is going to be really interesting watching this.
The problem
Hopefully.
is a new strategy was just found
Found,
yesterday.
yeah.
And
Rube has already
I can
gotten
testify
26-8.
I was practicing with Mal, and he did not look the most consistent at that strat. He was struggling a
Rube
little
has
bit.
gotten it.
Yeah,
Gets
Mal
it
was
almost
definitely
every time.
struggling at some points. It was kind of
Rube with
hot
the
and cold.
Rube with the 26-8, high consistency. It could be end for Mao here.
Ooh, I don't see Mal getting even 26-9s consistently at all. I never even.
Hopefully Mal will pull
Mouse
it together
PB.
his new strat.
Mouse PB, I'm pretty sure is still a 0.0. So.
That Mao has a 0.9.
Oh. Well, I was playing with him.
He does not have nearly as many of them as Rube does, though. Why are they AFK? God, go away.
Shut up.
Argue with the worst idea of all time, new record.
Shipwrecked R6.
I would literally rather do Realm R6.
Bro, Shipwrecked R6 is like fun in general. Like I like casually playing it.
There is again new strategy on heist, and you have to go for it, or else you aren't winning.
Yeah, you really gotta go for it.
Both players to be going for that.
Unless you want to get cocky, then yeah.
All right, it's first practice round. Yeah. Rube is slightly ahead on my screen.
Rube can get the
Going
elevator.
down.
Rube is Rube is
going
winning.
down faster.
Oh.
So is the elevator really that much of a decider on your time?
I mean, when I do it,
not really. No, it's not, because world record doesn't even use elevator. Like, it doesn't use any elevator strats or anything.
It's still lagging.
Okay, that's it. That's
now
not even a practice.
That's the second crash for Rube right there. There is no coming back from that. There he goes.
Yeah.
It's back now. I have to keep checking the ping. It could change if he rejoins, but it looks like it stayed the same. That 27 free from Mal we saw last practice round, you do not want to see that during a tournament round with a new strategy.
Yeah, not a good time there from Mal. As I was saying,
His lines here are pretty good though, but he hits that crate. You don't want to see that during practice.
and I'm wondering why they
I mean
don't
during
go
rounds, I
to
mean.
the right of that crate right
Oh,
before.
because that is a very that is a what I like to call a
Ooh.
what I like to call a try-hard strategy. The Daisy used it for .9. I don't know why it got popular.
What was it? It doesn't not really save any time.
It saves like a bit, but like it's pointlessly difficult. I mean, you can get good at it, but going going for it in tournament is considered like being a loser according to Daisy and stuff like that. That's round one.
Yeah, but Daisy calls anything like cheap or whatever. Like if you get an untied world record on him and use a slightly different strat, he'll call you cheap. So
Daisy has told me that I've used a new strategy on maps where I literally copied the world record to get the world record. So I can relate with that. I can. It looks like Rube is going to do the jump on the crates there. He gets my PB and ties it. With 100 ping, he is playing very good. He is playing. Mao is going to
Dangerously
get
good.
Mao is going to get destroyed if he cannot match that.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to have the advantage, but it looks like his final map he has the disadvantage. You see these turns here, they're hard to do. Like this is a map that separates the masters from the challengers really. Rube makes a mistake, but the thing is he has several rounds to prove he has what it takes, and
Ooh, and a point 2
27-2 is horrible. That is awful, actually.
for master level. Yeah.
Masters. I am possibly the worst player at the worst master at heights, and I could probably get better than 7-2.
What did Ruby get? A point 0.8.
Rube got a point.
0.7.
At 0.7.
Round 2 on heist here. Mal needs to perform.
Rube is he was ahead at the elevator, but I think he lost some time at the bottom.
Ooh,
Oh, Mal,
Ruby with a very wide line there.
I think he slid on the ground. Anyways, this is another. This trick, sometimes you die, but he doesn't. And
Ooh, Ruby
oh,
with the death, not good.
if Rube gets a 27-7 counted as his best of 3, then he is in deep trouble here. He is.
Yeah, Ruby needs to finish these next 3 runs.
Oh, did he miss the first one too?
He got a 27-7 the first one, which is
Oh.
just not good.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Ruby with
This
a
is-
much better elevator there.
Again, Rube is favored to win this map, but he did that part really good this time. He is
Yeah,
going
Rube
to,
is on the lead. On my
He is-
screen.
he is keeping a significant advantage going into the final trick of the map, and he gets it
Wow.
great.
Just
27
better
flat.
from Ruby.
Messiah gets a 27.1.
Messiah cannot match that from my knowledge unless he gets a run out of his mind. He is in trouble.
Yeah, he needs to take more risks, in my opinion. Might need to go for that right crate strat. That might be a good idea from Mal. I'm not sure how
The
else
world
he
record
can...
does not. No, none of the world record ties go for the crate is considered slower.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know why. I don't know.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Does Daisy's
No,
one
it's
go for it?
slightly ahead.
Who?
Daisy.
No, they wrap around it. They, like like how we went around the crates when before we start going right. They do it like that now. See how Mao does it,
But
but he
Mal
misses it all.
falls.
Mal with the death
So
there.
does Rube. So that's both DNF
No,
or just
just beside.
okay.
And Mal needs to get a 0.0 here or better if he wants to have a chance.
Oh, he does that all the time. I don't know. I don't remember. You have to ask my grandma.
Mal with a slightly better elevator.
Alright, dude. It was good hanging with you, man. I'm gonna see you here in a bit. Let's go
Yeah.
hang out, celebrate the pageant. See you,
Because
man.
Rube is neck and neck a little bit with Mal.
Yeah. This could be a tie, but
Oh, and
oh,
Rube gets stuck on the
looks like
box.
he made a mistake. I'm kind of getting around.
Ooh, and Ruby needed a finish there.
Wait, is
Ruby's times are 27.0, 27.1, and 27.7.
oh no. Did he not get
Rube
a
rage quits with the shut up against Mal.
wait? Mao thinks he still wins, but no, he does not get an extra round. I do not think so. He got 20-0, 27-1, and
No, he doesn't. He only died twice.
Yeah. Well,
see, Rube made a mistake. He did not game the system and intentionally DNF on the 27-7 to get an extra round. And it looks like that may cost him.
Mal takes the last.
I'm not sure though because what was the advantage going into heist?
So, even though Mal won heist, it was still 3-4 Ruby because of 2 ties, but then Ruby won tropical. So,
Hmm.
and Ruby
I don't
also
think,
won dragons.
but
Wait,
didn't he win
no.
dragons by 0.1 and tropical by
Here,
0.2?
I'll post the times in the tournament server.
More shade against Gavin.
It looks like Rube has lost. I think that's a 0.5 loss on heist. Correct me if I'm wrong.
He's been talking to Rube this whole time, and he's not even in the server.
And that is gonna do it for the tournament. Thank you for watching. Next tournament will happen soon, and I will see
a
you
Mao
guys next
win.
time.
Is that Mao?
We'll see. I'm not sure yet.